Thank you very much for bringing us here. I'm really honored to meet Youssef here. It turns out that long time ago, about 5-6 years ago, we started the Cyber Quest in UAE. It is a challenge, a competition that aimed toward enhancing the ability of cybersecurity across many of the new generations, from those grade 9, 10, 11, 12 and up. And this is where Youssef really clicked with the whole ecosystem. So please, Youssef, tell us how it started and where we at today, alhamdulillah.
So around 5 to 6 years ago, I participated in my first Cyber Quest in 2017. And since then, I found a passion in cybersecurity. And so I stayed close and I followed the Cyber Quest program all the way until 2019, where I also participated in the Cyber Battle of the Emirates. And that kicked off my career, in which me and a friend of mine started CTF.ae.
Well, alhamdulillah, this brought him to number one, actually, on that, passionate towards cybersecurity. And this is a great model that we always encourage many of our students to actually follow and really follow their dreams, follow many of those passions that they have. CTF, tell us about that, Youssef, how you came across that and where you started it and how it's, alhamdulillah, reached today.
So CTF is a type of competition for security experts, stands for Capture the Flag. I was introduced to the concept of a CTF when CyberQuest came over to my school and they talked to us about CTFs and how they are run. And I found a great passion in figuring out the vulnerabilities and holes, security misconfigurations and things, because CTF is more than just a game. It's, in a way, an art. There's no one solution to a specific challenge. You can spend 15 minutes or even spend an hour on the same challenge, depending on your ability to think critically, communicate with your other team members, and most importantly, think outside of the box.
And this is the key word there. Again, thinking outside that box, and teamwork. Teamwork is what really matters. Cybersecurity has never been a role of one single person, a role of one single entity, a role of one entity or government entity. It's a collaborative matters. And this is where really the team here with Youssef and the engagement they've been doing across all of those aspects build this community. And this is what we really actually would love to really piggyback on, because they are the first line of defense of our security here. Tell us about that first line of defense, learning about those vulnerabilities, be it in an application, in a website, in a system, and securing them, please.
So it is important for not just security experts to have knowledge about security. I think as a country, as a community, it is everyone's role in the community to be knowledgeable on how to protect themselves and the applications around them. And it starts with being that first line of defense. The first line of defense should not be your antivirus software or a company. It should be you, yourself, and your family members. And I think everybody in the community plays a role in not just educating themselves, but educating the people around them, so that to spread that information of how to protect yourself and protect the people around you.
Exactly. And this is where we, from a government perspective, when we try to build this culture of cybersecurity, we try to go not only in those curriculums, on those educations, on those systems, or let's call it even employment type of entities, but also really go to the public. We try to outreach and upscale many of those activities we do towards these new generations, public as well as even parents who could help us doing a lot of job for enlightening their kids of how to use many of these gadgets that they use it in their homes. Breaches are everywhere. Data have been spread across different aspects. Having this single line of defense to really build up in many of those kids' culture, that's our goal, and this is where Youssef is really symbolizing a great efforts in these aspects and how we actually came long way through many of those aspects. What about the future, Youssef? What is next? How you can really help us to go to that level of securing many of those systems, of spreading many of this culture aspects we have.
I think as technology becomes more and more intertwined with our lives, especially in a very fast-growing country like the UAE, it becomes important, if not critical, to make sure that the next generation of students, the next generation of young people, not only are interested and passionate about cybersecurity, but are very well equipped with knowledge. So it is our job at CTF.ae, and of course in cooperation with the UAE government, to ensure that we do raise and sort of take care of this next generation of potential cybersecurity experts. Because there are many people out there who want to harm us and harm our communities. And the only way to fight back against them is to fight with an army of educational and smart and creative thinkers.
That's great ambitions, and definitely we are aligned in many of those lines and working together and securing the nation and even the region and even the world from many of those, again, harmful adversaries who could, again, affect and impact our sectors, critical infrastructure, financial sectors, and many of those aspects. So only together we can do that. Thank you very much
Thank you
for everything. Thank you. Thank you.